Hello everyone. So this worksheet was uploaded, I think second to the last worksheet I uploaded. This is the lesson about limits of accuracy that involves upper bound, lower bound questions. So we had discussed it in the class, but just for the sake, if you wanted to verify your answer and know the steps on how to do it, so I'll make a video for it. So continue watching and practice. Download the worksheet again after this one so that you can make sure that you are doing it right. So let me just see if my audio is working fine. I think everything is good. So let's start with this question. So the question states here that a bag of apples weighs 7 kilogram corrected to the nearest grams or kilograms. We have to find the least possible. So we are looking for the lower bound for this. So the keywords that you have to look into is what they are asking for here, which is in kilogram. It can be in grams, depending on the question, but at the moment it's just kilogram. So it's gonna be whole number. So your basis is this one here. So kilogram means 1 divided by 2. So your uh, tolerance will be 0.5. So since you're asking for the least possible, then you have to minus instead of plus for the upper bound. So it's going to be 7, which is taken from the kilogram, plus 0.5. Oh, sorry, it's not plus, it's minus because it's the lower bound, it's minus. So if you minus the 2, you will get an answer of 6.5 kilogram. So this should be your first answer on this would be your answer on question number 1. 6.5 kilogram is the answer for that question. So let's move on to question number 2. The question number 2 says the speed of the car is 50 miles per hour and corrected to 10 miles per hour. They're asking for the lower bound and they're asking for the lowest possible, means lower bound, and greatest possible would be the upper bound for that. So the same thing, this is your guide on how you'll get the positive and negative value for it. So it's going to be 10 divided by 2. So your tolerance is 5. So that means lower bound is 50 minus 5 and upper bound is 50 plus 5. So your lower bound is 45 miles per hour, while your upper bound will be 55 miles per hour. So this will be your answer for question number 2, A and B. So let's move on. Question number 3 should be down here, but the question was there because I converted to Word. So the question here is 74, the rectangular rugby should be 74 meters and nearest meter, and looking for the upper bound, the width for it. The length of the pitch, it is 115 meters and corrected to 5 meters. Now, the question is work out the upper bound of the perimeter. So what you will do with this is solve this first area here. We need to know first what they're looking for. So it's only meter. So that means 1 divided by 2, which is 0.5 is your base. So since you're looking for upper bound, so it's going to be 74 plus 0.5. So your upper bound would be 74.5. So again, 74.5 is your upper bound on that one. While it says the length of the pitch is 115 meters measured to 5 meters. So this is your number that you have to divide it by 2. So it's going to be 5 divided by 2. So you have a tolerance of 2.5 upper and lower. So since they are looking only for the upper bound of the perimeter, so we need to find also the upper bound of the length, because as we know, rectangular perimeter is equal to 2L plus W, or 2 length plus 2 width. So that's the thing. So we need to get this value of the upper bound. So it's going to be 115 plus 2.5 taken from here. So your answer would be 117 0.5. So now we can solve the problem by replacing the value. This is your width. This is your length. So to do that, just substitute the value. Length is 117.5 plus 74.5. So then multiply the result by 2. So your answer would be, if you are allowed to use calculator, use your calculator. If not, then you cannot use it. So, but this is an easy number anyway. You can do it without calculator also, but let me just do it with calculator right now to make it faster for us. And 74.5. So just add those two values multiplied by 2, and you will get an answer of 384. So the final answer is 384 meters. So this is not square, it's only meters. So 384 meters is the perimeter of that rectangular rugby field. So that's the answer for number 3. Let's move on to question number 4. It's writing the lower bound and upper bound. So it says here, write the upper bound and lower. So let's write the statement for this. So letter A, it says corrected to one significant. So meaning one significant for this value, because the single digit is just 1 divided by 2. So again, it's going to be 0.5. So that means your number here should stay as 3.5 less than equal to 4, which is 4 miles, less than 4.5. So this should be your answer on letter A, because it is the lower bound, and this is the LB, and this is the UB, or the upper bound. For letter B, it says round to one significant. So one significant is here. But if you observe, this is in tens. So you have to 10 divided by 2 to get that particular value, which is, at the moment, it's 5. So minus 5 and 30, that will give you 25. 30 here, and less than plus 5, it's going to be 35. So this is your answer on the question number 2, meaning if I will convert this into one significant, of course, this will affect number 2. So it becomes 30. And of course, sorry, the same thing with this, less than 35, anything will go back to 30. Then the next question is 900 ml. So that's 100. So you will divide 100 by 2, which is, the tolerance is 50. So that means you will get 850 less than 900 less than 950. So again, that's how we look into it. So if you want to check your answer to one significant, of course, the one significant is this, but it will affect this one here. So that will become 900. Same thing on the other side. Now in here, one significant figure here, and the value that we have is decimal, the 1 decimal or the tenths. So you will have 0.1 divided by 2, which is will give you 0.05. Oh, what's that line? Again, it's 0.05. So what will happen on that one? So you have to minus, it's going to be 0.2 or 0.20 if you want to add 0, so that you can minus easily with 0.5. So that will become 15. The other one is 20, and then 5, which will give us 25. So the answer for this question is 0.15 less than equal to 0.20, or 0.2, which is less than to 0.25. So this will be your final answer on letter D. So I hope you understand that. Let's make it shorter video only for this question. The next question is about situational based question or application based. So let's just focus on question number 1. Let's crop this question. We'll just keep a copy and get rid of question 2. Just focus on 1. All right, question 1, it says, Declan is considering buying a sofa that is 207 centimeter long. The space that Declan wants to the sofa is 210 with the nearest of 10. So these are the given values, 207, 210, and the nearest 10. The question now, should he or she consider buying the sofa given the value that she has? So you have to look at the situation now. So this is a situational question. So the 210 nearest 10, so this is going to be divided by 2. So that's going to be 5. So in short, it's going to be 210 minus 5 and 210 plus 5. So the lower bound is 205 and 215. So this is the LB, this is the UB. So the question, should Declan buy the sofa given that given that the measurement of the sofa that she knows is 207? So the answer should be, for precise answer, the answer should be no. She or he should not buy it for now until she or he get the exact value or the exact measurement of the space given. Because chances are that 207 is actually will fit in 205 here, but it will not fit, I mean 215, so it will fit in 215, but it will not fit in the 205. So what if, given a chance, because of the tolerance of the lower bound, the actual size of the room is 206. So it will be a waste of money. So the best thing he or she can do is going back to his place and then measure the exact measurement without using the upper bound and lower bound. So it should be no for now until he is sure of what he is trying or what measurement available for him. So let's move to the next one. Okay, I wish I can put it here. Okay, now let's move to the second question that we have. Question is about notebook. Okay, here we go. Mr. Jones. Okay, what's it? Mr. Jones is considering to buy a notebook for his grade 11 students, which is 300 students, nearest 100. So tolerance is 100. The question now, how many possible number of books he should buy so that everyone can have? So first, look at the given. It's nearest 100. So that's going to be 100 divided by 2. So that means it's going to be 50. So since they are asking for the greatest possible, so it should be 300 plus 50. So that will be 350 notebooks. But here's the thing. This 350 is actually no longer considered as part of the round off of 300. It will be 400 if you round this particular value actually. So the question does have two possible answer here. If you're looking for the upper bound, then this is the upper bound. But if the question is the greatest possible number of notebooks at the moment that he needs so that it will fit to this rounded to the 300, then the answer should be 349 notebooks. Okay, let me repeat. 349 notebooks he needs if the question says the greatest possible notebook that he would have to have this 300, because if you convert that into 100, basically it will become 300 still in this particular value, because it will become 50, it will become into 400. So that's the thing. The next question. No, that's not the footer I need. Do it here. Let me just get rid of this. Now, question number 4. Oh, question number 3, sorry. Now, question number 3. God, why it goes back there? Should change it into square so I can drag it down. No, one more time. Okay, let's just leave that one. We'll just bring it here. All right. So the question here is that the length of a field is 400 meters to the nearest 10 meters. Rebecca says the lower bound is 350 and 450. The question is just asking if Rebecca is actually giving the correct upper bound or giving the correct upper bound and lower bound. So now let us look at the given. So it's nearest 10. So it's going to be 10 divided by 2, which is 5. Now, if you solve, it's going to be 400 minus 5, 400 plus 5. So the value will be 405. Sorry, it's going to be 395, because that's the lower bound. It's going to be 395 and 405. So is this number the same as the lower bound that she put? Is this the upper bound that she put? If the answer is no, then she is wrong. Okay, she is wrong on her assumption that the upper bound and lower bound is 350 and 450. Okay, that's all for that paper. I will be uploading this worksheet with an answer also in our class live, and you can watch this video and download again this worksheet if you'd like to revise it again for your incoming class test. Thank you and have a good day, boys.